This video is for you if you are ready to plan with me and get your weekly spread ready in your bullet journal for the coming week. If you are here to see an aesthetically pleasing, perfectly designed weekly spread, you are in the wrong place. So I need you to just go ahead and leave right now. Okay, for the rest of you, if you like a weekly spread that is messy, minimalist, and low budget, then hello, welcome. You are in the right place. First, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what happened last week, and then also I'll walk you through my new setup in my new-ish journal. I've been using this journal for a week now. I have made a little bit of progress as far as designing everything that's going on in here. This is my future log. Last time I showed it to you guys, it was still in pencil. I am so happy that I made it in pencil just so I could erase. I can kind of play it around and see what I wanted to do. So I like this design. I like this setup. So I had it this way for March through June. And then initially I had it the same way, July, August, September, and then I had a section here for further out beyond September. But I decided, you know what, I need this much space, because usually journals only last me tops 6 months, but usually around 4 months. So I realized I didn't need to have such a big future log. I didn't need to have so much space for each month. So I figured, okay, well, I'm going to make it just half the space, and then I can put more months. So I like having a little more space than I would normally for each month, and be able to plan certain events, trips, things that are coming up. This is going to help me when I make my weekly spreads each week. And what is going on in the back here? This is our quote of the week. I was just really excited to use my little cheapy gel pens that I got at Dollar Tree. New things are always coming up. Once you find something you want to do for a long time, you need the courage and discipline to say no to the shiny new opportunities. ADHD. After years of exploring and experimenting, it can be hard to flip the switch and remain focused. You have to be willing to explore widely enough to find your thing, then willing to focus narrowly enough to make it something great. And that's by James Clear. It's not something that I didn't know, but it's something that just keeps popping up in my life again and again, is the fact that I have a tendency to want to take on too many projects at once and kind of lose focus from the things that I'm supposed to be focusing on, and then it just all goes to shit. and I become overwhelmed. In my video a couple days ago, I spoke a lot about feeling overwhelmed as a person with ADHD, and sometimes I just do it to myself. Sometimes it is the outside world kind of imposing things onto me. But sometimes I willingly just do it to myself. With having a YouTube channel, I think there's a lot of advice out there as to what you should do. And one of those main pieces of advice is that, oh, you should start a newsletter. And so I got it in my mind that I needed to start this newsletter. And I just thought it was just going to be this easy process, like bloop, bloop, bloop. And I could just put it up, and then I'll be able to publish it every week. And, you know, I just, even though, yes, feasibly, I could totally do that thing, and probably it would be okay, but I feel as though that's taking away time from and energy and creativity from the things that I really want to do. So hey, stop. If I see myself taking on a new project, I need to really realistically think about how much time and energy that's going to take, and if it's something that I could commit to, I can limit my time on certain things as well. So things that I do want to do, that doesn't mean that I have to spend all day doing it. I can be a little more strategic and smart about my time. I don't have to stay up until 2 in the morning editing a video. How about that? But you didn't want to hear all that. Let's get on to our brand new shiny weekly spread. Once I find the page, yes. Okay, so we are going to put our weekly spread on this page. I'm going to turn the light on because there are too many shadows. Ooh, there we go. Okay, now let me get my trusty marker, and I'm going to write February now I shall write my intention of the week. I intend to stop spinning so much, stop turning my focus in so many directions, and stop letting so many plates whirl around. It's okay to drop a few and let the strong ones nourish you. Yeah, I'm rhyming, and I was going somewhere with the plate metaphor and the letting the plate spin. You saw what I was doing, right? Like, yeah, so that is my intention of the week. All right, and now I will make my habit tracker and track my habits. All right, so there are things that I do not do on Sundays. I'm not super goal oriented on Sunday. Game plan, calendar, I don't see myself really doing that on Sunday. There we are. Now we come down here to this section, and I am going to put my Q1 goals. My goals for the week. I have two main goals right now. I'm not going to write them here for you. I'm not going to bore you with that. And then I try to always give myself 3 main goals for the week. So I'm going to put here a space for next week. This will give me room to plan the next 2 coming weeks. I just like to know what's coming in advance. That's why I'm all about the future log and stuff. Otherwise, it will kind of spring up on me the important dates, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm going to go ahead, while I'm thinking about it, highlight this week. So that is what this side looks like. And now I will go ahead and come over here, and I will make horizontal spaces for each day of the week on this side. And now I will put some check boxes here to check off my to-dos. Why is that not erasing? I had some little pencil marks to remind myself of the page, and for some reason that's not erasing. Oh, speaking of erasing, by the way, I had a whole video 2 or 3 weeks ago about how I was now going to be using erasable pens, and I was so hyped because I'm always making mistakes, and I thought this would be the perfect solution. And you know what, I eventually realized that I don't like the way the pen really writes, and I was considering getting different erasable pens, but then lovely my too Betty, she pointed out that erasable pens don't always last very long, especially if you are perhaps living in a place that is very warm and you're in a high heat situation. In between the weekly spreads, I write my journal entries, and so I would like to be able to remember those and see those years from now. So for that reason, I probably won't be using erasable pens as much. I wasn't using them that much to begin with, but you know, this definitely reminded me, thank you Betty, this definitely reminded me that I should not be using them for journaling purposes, because yeah, we want to remember our stuff, just so you know. But thank you Betty for letting me know that, because yeah, I would have hated to write a journal entry and it's something really deep and dramatic, and then you know, turn back years from now and it's gone. This is my weekly spread. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can help yourself stop spinning so much, stop trying to add more things to your schedule if they don't necessarily need to be there. Find out what projects are really important to you and just stick with those. I love my shiny objects, and I love trying new things and experimenting, but I always come back to journaling. I've been journaling for years, so that will never go away, and I hope you don't go away. I hope you subscribe. My next video is going to to be next Thursday. It is going to be about free writing. So I'm going to take some of the journaling techniques that I talked about last week, or excuse me, the week before last, and make a video about each one of them. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'm going to give you the upside down wave goodbye. And have a good week.